So I was trying to kill the new unnamed peasant for a while now, and it honestly looked like something out of the back rooms. When you looked at it in just the right way, you could see him, but at other times he was completely invisible. And when I fought him, this is what happened. I would take some units such as some halflings, and then I would put a bard over here. And when the unnamed peasant would go to attack, he would completely spaghettify the halflings. I was shocked. How could he do this totally accurate battle simulator units? And no matter how many halflings I put on the battlefield, the unnamed peasant would— Okay, stop. 1 second. You! Huh? Yes, you right there. Why have you not hit the subscribe button? Are you part of the 87% that have not done it? Join the 12%. Join the family. Hit the subscribe button. Suck them in like a black hole and spaghettify them like a backrooms monster. It was disgusting to see, not to mention this trap ability not letting anything escape. He was an immortal monster, and I needed to find a way to defeat him. I tried sending a normal army of knights and squires at it, but it just spaghettifies everything. I mean, it's hard to see on a good day, and as soon as it starts to attack, it just becomes invisible. And it turns even catapults into little Lego machines. So I tried adding even more units. We're talking about a massive amount of units. Even woolly mammoths, lots of them. Even when I did this, the armies were wiped out so quickly. I don't know what happens to a creature when it's turned into black goo, but I'd rather not know. Not gonna lie. No matter how hard I tried, no matter the size of the army, they all continued to be destroyed. Even a pile of Manny the Mammoths became black spaghetti. So I tried to get a little creative. I thought to myself that maybe some ballistas combined together could knock it off the map. So I filled an entire side of the battlefield in ballistas. No, seriously, I even put them on top of the buildings. I was hopeful that this was going to work, but it was quickly evident that this was a waste of time. The unnamed peasant completely ignored everything, though it was cool to watch it walk around and decimate this entire army. And when the ballista bolts all fired, my god, all hell broke loose. But the unnamed peasant didn't even care. But don't worry, I wasn't out of ideas yet. I had more than a few new things that could be thrown at the unnamed peasant. He was strong, but he wasn't immortal. Or so I thought. I tried throwing some modern technology at it, but that proved to be pointless. I mean, it was a gorgeous sight, but it was completely a waste of time. The unnamed peasant was in there amongst the tanks, and it did not care. Though for some reason, the tanks didn't turn into spaghetti that quickly, but it did leave their drivers kind of floating in the sky. Yeah, the tanks proved to be no match for the unnamed peasant. But we were here in the legacy world, and I wasn't ready to give up. Perhaps an army of wizards could crowd control the dark peasant into immobility. I tried, and we did manage to send the dark peasant flying, the new unnamed peasant flying high into the sky. But he quickly fell back down and slowly, one by one, killed the wizards. Though it was funny to see the unnamed peasant be launched into the sky over and over and over. But the wizards, even with their crowd control, were going to stop the unnamed peasant from eventually falling and one by one killing all the wizards. Though I honestly did get a kick out of watching it bounce up and down, back and forth. Yep, that is a lot of spaghettified wizards, and up there is a living unnamed peasant. If the wizards weren't going to do it, I thought that maybe the super peasant could pull it off. I watched as the super peasant swam into battle, and by swam I meant fly into battle, but no, even the super peasant was turned into black spaghetti. Well, fine, I thought. What about multiple super peasants? They all lunged into battle, swarming, and were all swiftly dispatched. So I thought, how about some more super peasants? More than 50 super peasants swam at the unnamed peasant, launching off in every single direction, but the unnamed peasant did not care. So I went all the way. I summoned the dark peasant to fight the unnamed peasant, pretty much evil versus evil. And using the dark hands of God, the unnamed peasant was lifted into the sky, but it did not matter. The dark peasant was spaghettified. So I was starting to run out of ideas. So I grabbed some gods. Not just any gods, we were talking Hades, Artemis, Apollo, Ares, Thor, Odin. Maybe these gods in totally accurate battle simulator could have pulled it off. It was an intense fight with new effects going in every single direction, but the unnamed peasant was completely unfazed. I did not know that a god of tabs could look like something out of the back rooms, but I learned something that day. Then I had a crazy idea. I grabbed a small army of chronomancers and a small army of void monarchs. Maybe this was enough to defeat the unnamed peasant. I was hopeful, but watching all the units get sucked in was not good. The unnamed peasant made short work of the gods of the good and evil realm. I thought they stood a chance, and clearly I was wrong. Then I thought to myself, what about Miraculous? Take this good god with all of its good energy, and I hoped it could defeat this evil god with all of its evil energy. I knew Miraculous was strong, but I didn't know how strong in comparison to the unnamed peasant. And clearly with the red victory, the unnamed peasant was too powerful. So instead, I tried the God Slayer. I was hopeful, I was praying, but I was quickly disappointed. A red victory declared the unnamed peasant as the victor. So I grabbed the big guns. I grabbed Billy, hero of tabs, with his powerful gauntlet that can destroy all space and time. But even Billy was no match for the spaghettification of the unnamed peasant. All that was left was his magical sword. So I escalated. I escalated more than you could possibly imagine. I went all the way up to One Punch Man Saitama himself. Could Saitama defeat the unnamed peasant? Could anything stop this creature? But apparently, it wasn't possible. Saitama was trapped. Saitama was locked in an epic battle of death, but he could not defeat the unnamed peasant. One Punch Man couldn't die, but he couldn't win. And that didn't answer my question. And believe me, I let this go on for 10 minutes. Nothing won, nothing lost. It was just an endless battle of nothing. And I figured that the same thing would happen with the Seraphim, the voice of God himself. And they were locked in an epic battle for minutes after minutes. The Seraphim trying to banish the unnamed peasant, the unnamed peasant trying to spaghettify the Seraphim. My answer still had not come. Nothing can seem to defeat the unnamed peasant. I was getting desperate, so I went to the workshop and I typed in the word God, and I went and downloaded a bunch of your God units. Perhaps one of these could defeat the unnamed peasant. I know I was getting desperate, but I was getting desperate. Maybe one could win, but I was probably wasting my time. I placed the unnamed peasants on the battlefield and then proceeded to put the gods down as well. I didn't have much hope in this idea, but I thought you'd never know. The battle commenced and I was completely shocked. Something in there had defeated the unnamed peasant. The only problem is I didn't know which god did it. So I deleted all the gods and went one by one. The god of darkness fought the unnamed peasant and was swiftly destroyed. The god of everything was next. He fought the unnamed peasant and was also swiftly destroyed. The unit simply called God fought the unnamed peasant once again spaghettified. Then the rival to power leapt into battle to join his brethren in being destroyed. The god of halflings that I was definitely rooting for was not capable of defeating the unnamed peasant. That left only one god. The god of death, this creation of red and gold. Was he the one to defeat my unnamed peasant? The battle started and I was very nervous. Had we finally found something to defeat this new insane thing? And we had. So I've been trying to kill the brand new Chaos Peasant for a while now. And if I'm being honest, he kind of reminds me of the unnamed peasant. Also, did you notice that they added the sound to the unnamed peasant? Just listen to this. That is horrifying. But the Chaos Peasant is brand new, and he has his red miasma all around him, as well as these weird black spikes whenever he moves. And when I would summon units to fight him with, the Chaos Peasant would do this. As you can see, this is not your normal peasant. This is a brand new creation of devastation. We may have found a brand new, most powerful unit in Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. So I thought to myself, we'll do something bigger, something more powerful. But the Chaos Peasant doesn't care. His black balls do this. If it's not contorting their limbs, it's summoning orbs from the sky. Though I am shocked to see that he can't contort these guys. However, where did Mr. Death come from? Can the Chaos Peasant summon additional units? This needs some investigation. Let's take the Chaos Peasant to a fantastic Halloween map. And I'm gonna summon a pile of different types of units. We're gonna try some shield bearers, try some hoplites, Try something bigger like Minotaurs. How about a god like Zeus? But what about like a Da Vinci tank? What about a horse unit? What about Mr. Death himself? What happens when the contorting ability hits all of these different units? It's actually kind of cool following these balls in as they go. All of the different armor pieces have been increased and the body parts have been shrunk. But what will these balls do? I wanted to see the Minotaurs get contorted, but maybe now, Mr. Death! As you can see, this is Mr. Death's femur, now larger than his torso. His rib cage has swallowed his mind, and his forearm has been shoved through his skull. That's terrifying to look at. Oh, it might be time for a Minotaur. Let's see what happens. Oh, Minotaur, not meant to look like that. Minnie, what happened to you? Zeus, it's your turn. Yep, Zeus got contorted. But what about the tank? It seems like the physical properties of these barriers are completely immune. But we're not here just to test his contorting ability. We're here to test his power level. I want to continue to push the Chaos Peasant and see just how strong it is. So we're going to go with some Super Boxers. And the Super Boxers try to die. Is this even fair? This is beyond disgusting. Now I want to see if he can contort a Super Peasant to death. I don't think the Chaos Peasant has infinite life. If it gets hit, it might be destroyed. Now we get to follow the Super Peasant on the way towards the Chaos Peasant. Surviving so far. No, blue did manage to win. If you get close enough to the Chaos Peasant, you can beat it. It's basically a glass cannon. But with enough Chaos Peasants, could one of them contort the Super Peasant to death? As you can see, the Chaos Peasants are summoning units, and now the heat-seeking orbs are coming out for the Super Peasant. However, the Super Peasant, oh, it happened! I was about to say the Super Peasant was too fast, but then his shins went through his spleen. I like how the leg is like almost paper thin. The Chaos Peasant can be destroyed, but his contortion can destroy seemingly anything. But will it work on something as large as an ice giant? As you can see, the ice giant's face is now in its butt. Is this what it's like to look out the eyes of an ice giant? This ice giant nose is now a pancake. This ice giant's eyes are inside of its torso. We have to go bigger. I'm honestly a little bit scared to see what's going to happen here. To these dragons who breathe fire on the chaos. Hey there, little dragon, how you doing? There's its bottom mouth. Where's its top mouth? And this dragon is blown up like a hot air balloon. Okay. The Chaos Peasant is powerful. It's weak, it can be killed, but its ability is super strong, even when it has one leg shorter than the other. But what if we make it fight the Unnamed Peasant? Honestly, I can barely remember what the Unnamed Peasant does. Doesn't it like spaghettify things? Who's gonna win, the Black Miasma versus the Red Mist? Let's see what happens. The Black Miasma approaches. Here come the orbs of the Chaos Peasant, but the Black Unnamed Peasant seem to have won. I'm gonna back the Unnamed Peasant up a little bit further. I want to see if something can happen. Can we contort the Unnamed Peasant out of existence? Here come the balls circling. Nope, we have another blue victory. Whatever the Unnamed Peasant is doing to the Chaos Peasant, it's killing him before the attacks can land. So we're gonna go to 3 Chaos Peasants. I want to see this ghost become contorted. Activating abilities. All of these Chaos Peasants now have these black streamers on them. That seems to be the attack. The balls go forward, circling around the Unnamed Peasant, and the Unnamed Peasant seems to be completely ignoring the attacks. The Chaos Peasants to this point have been successful, so I've summoned a bunch of them. Eventually, enough of this will occur and surround the Unnamed Peasant just like this. Balls going everywhere, but the Unnamed Peasant is shaking off the Chaos Peasant's abilities. It doesn't matter. Look, the Unnamed Peasant wins again. Here's an important question. The new Chaos Peasant who can die versus Saitama. Can we contort the One Punch Man out of existence? We're in the sweet spot where One Punch Man has to walk and approach the Chaos Peasant. The orbs are moving forward. Saitama dodged them, and now he's As you can see, the Saitama has been defeated because his spleen is out his anus, his brain is through his kidneys, and his shins have come out his toes. And yet the unnamed peasant seems to reign supreme. Now, there is one final test. A test that the Chaos Peasant is most certainly going to fail. There is no way that this peasant can take on the angel. As you can see, the angel begins to launch its attacks and the Chaos Peasant ignores them, but it needs to get close enough to use its abilities. But the problem is, here come the vanishing swords, and the orbs never had the chance to work. But if the orbs could land, is it possible? If we summon a lot of distraction units, for example, a row of halflings, and then I turn on god powers, and using the god power, I lift the Chaos Peasant. Come with me, Chaos Peasant. This is for science. And when we start the battle, I bring the Chaos Peasant up here to this monster. As you can see, he is launching his orbs at it's not happening. The Seraphim is not happening to the Seraphim. I keep moving the Chaos Peasant, who's still alive, and we continue to launch orb after orb after orb at the Seraphim. But no matter what we do, we cannot contort this angel out of existence. So, this is the new Ghost Peasant in Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. And as you can see, he's pretty powerful, and he does some pretty insane things. And there's one thing you may not know about the Ghost Peasant. He has really big hands. I mean, really big hands. And the Ghost Peasant, using these big hands, likes to decimate entire armies. But this is just scratching the surface. The Ghost Peasant has a secret ability. You're gonna watch these berserkers leap in, and the Ghost Peasant explode with dark evil power. And now, the Ghost Peasant, uses ghostly abilities, has summoned dark evil, ghostly figures of other units in the game. So just how strong is the Ghost Peasant? And can he defeat the other peasants? That's what we're gonna find out today. For our first task, freeze! Don't move! You're under arrest because you have not hit the subscribe button yet. Do so! Join us! Subscribe right now! Join the murder of crows. We're gonna come here to the Legacy World with tons of room to play. And now, we're gonna surround the peasant with all sorts of units. Just gonna go bigger circles just like this. Though when they design these peasants, I'd like for them to give them a little more Hulk bulk, if you know what I mean. He's so scrawny. And how do they give him this really weird ghostly appearance? Like you can see the units behind him when you're looking through them. Oh, we're about to see that giant explosion in 3, 2, 1, go! Where is it? Where is it? It's coming. It's right there. He's being stabbed 37 times in the chest, but instead of the explosion, he just throws his ghost flames straight to the ground. I thought he was going to do the big explodey. I was very wrong. Well, in that case, we need to escalate this even further. Come on, what's the worst that could happen? Short of my computer melting and breaking and turning into a pile of flaming hot mush. This is nearly 250 hoplites. Let's see what they can do. We'll do a little slow-mo. He goes up, shoots the flames straight down, and as you can see, massive armies, no concern. The Ghost Peasant shakes him off like a bad cold, tosses him into the air like a paper bag or plastic bag, whatever the song goes. And I'm surprised he hasn't done the massive explosion yet. I wonder what it feels like to be corrupted by the ghost flames. There's explosion and everything just died. Oh, that ability is so powerful. But, just how powerful? This is the Ignis Slasher. Maybe he's a worthy opponent of the Ghost Peasant. Oh, look at those abilities skewering through the Ghost Peasant. Who died? Oh, the Ghost Peasant is stronger than I expected. I really need to ramp this up. What about the Ghost Peasant versus the Dark Peasant? I think this is a very important question. Oh, I think the Dark Hands of God are gonna stop the projectiles. Blue victory. Oh, okay. I'm surprised. The Dark Hand of God was about to slam the Ghost Peasant into the ground, but the Ghost Peasant actually managed to get around the Dark Hands of God and damage the Dark Peasant. But what about the Super Peasant? is the ghost peasant stronger? This is a massively important question. Okay, hold on. What is happening? Oh, we have another blue victory. Super Peasant got destroyed, and I can't even tell what's going on in here. Wait, what is that? Super Peasant. The Super Peasant's got a dark face. Was the Super Peasant converted into evil by the Ghost Peasant's ability? Well, that's insane. So this is probably a massive mistake. On the one hand, you have the Chaos Peasant, who we know is very powerful. And then on the other hand, you have the Ghost Peasant, who we know is pretty strong. And then we put them in a lava pit. A massive lava pit. Well, vote down below. Let's see who you think is the strongest of them all. My money's on the Chaos Peasant. In 3, 2, 1, go! Slow-mo. Activate. The Chaos Peasant wants to fire off its orbs. Chaos Peasant. Oh, no way! The Chaos Peasant actually died before the orbs could disfigure the Ghost Peasant. I did not expect that. Well, in that case, we're gonna go with 2 Chaos Peasants. Hopefully something can land a blow here. Oh, there we go. Dodging, deflecting, red victory. Oh, okay. So it takes 2 Chaos Peasants to defeat 1 completely warped out Ghost Peasant. So 1-on-1, Ghost wins. 2-on-1, well, Chaos wins. Now, this is a fitting location for a fitting fight. This horror map is perfect when we're talking about the Unnamed Peasant here in the darkness versus the Ghost Peasant hiding here amongst the trees. Who do you think is going to win? My money is on the Unnamed Peasant, though I was wrong last time with the Chaos Peasant. Let's find out in 3, 2, 1, go. The fight begins. Unnamed Peasant does something. Red victory. The Unnamed Peasant spaghettified the Ghost Peasant? No, I'm just trying to find him. Oh, there he is. There's a Ghost Peasant turned into spaghetti. Well, in that case, what about 2 Ghost Peasants? I need to see. I need to know. Maybe it takes 2 of them to Nope. I mean, I know you can't tell because of the massive ball of darkness, but there is... Oh, wait, what? Ah, there's the Ghost. There's the Unnamed Peasant. Apparently the tree reveals him. Okay, 3 Ghost Peasants versus 1. Okay, 3 Ghost Peasants versus 1 Unnamed Peasant. Oh, there's a Ghost Peasant right there. I want to see him turn into spaghetti. There he is. Okay, he's right there. Whoa. Oh, so many things. There's a tank. There's a ballista bolt. So many things have been spaghettified by the Unnamed Peasant, who still wins. An Unnamed Peasant versus a Chaos Peasant and a Ghost Peasant. Maybe the 2 together can take on the unnamed creature. Nope. No, we need more power. 3 Ghost Peasants, 3 Chaos Peasants versus a single Unnamed Peasant. Let's see what happens. Huge explosions of power in every direction. There are plenty of units still on the field, and we still have a red victory. This is a mistake. As you can clearly see, this is gonna be a bad idea. I tried to pause the fight. There's an Unnamed Peasant in the middle. Okay, the fight paused. I'm now in the center of the darkness. Let me out. Okay, what I did was I surrounded a single Unnamed Peasant with a circle of Ghost Peasants, followed by a circle of Chaos Peasants. As you can see there on the outside. Actually, you can kind of see the feet of everybody. We have Chaos Peasants here on the outside. I'm going to slowly creep in. Then you've got the Ghost Peasants here. And in the middle, who I cannot even see, is an Unnamed Peasant. And right now, let's just back out of this massive explosion of darkness and power and hold the slow-mo button and see what happens. Explosion of darkness from all of the Ghost Peasants spreads out in every direction. There's like 60 units on the field. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna go in. Let's see what happens. Working my way through the waves of darkness to the center of the battlefield, and there's spaghettified on the... Okay, so Ghost Peasants here. There's Ghost Peasant hands blocking me from getting in. I think I caught a glimpse of the Unnamed Peasant in the middle here. Oh, there's just It's just chaos. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna continue the fight here in the middle. Look at the spaghettified remains of everything on the inside of this fight. And they did it! The Blues! They did it! They managed to defeat the Unnamed Peasant. It took 60 of every unit, but they pulled it off. So the modding community has done it again, and they've updated the game, but this time they've gone too far and created a monster in the Dark Peasant. Which leaves me with lots of questions like, can we Thanos snap him? Can we turn him into a zombie? Guys, I've got questions. So let's find a random map in the game and take a look at the Dark Peasant, and apparently the Super Peasant as well has been changed. Then again, many things in this has been changed with this vanilla mod update. For example, the squires are very, very different. And the spear throwers have been turned into hunters. So more than just the Dark Peasant and the Super Peasant have been changed. Here's the squires. They're now wielding one-handed swords with different armor. And here are the spear throwers. They're now hunters and they want to stab with the spear. And combat is floatier and more interesting to look at. And the hunters apparently destroy squires. Something we learned. So the mod is really cool and it does lots of cool things, but we're not here to check out all these other random units. No. We're here to check out two particular units, the Super Peasant and the Dark Peasant. Let's start with the Super Peasant. We'll plop him down and he's very different. What have they done to the Super Peasant? Then again, what have they done to the map? Why is there grass on the ground? Is that part of the map update or is this part of the mod? Super Peasant's looking rather super and shiny. Let me just summon a little squire army for him to chew through, because we know the Super Peasant's gonna like sprint around, and apparently if I go this high, the grass disappears. So I'm gonna summon a bunch of squires, and I want to see what the Super Peasant can do. Let's take a look. Wait, whoa, look, there's an after image. There's an after image in white light of the Super Peasant. What's happening? Maximum slow-mo. Super Peasant. Okay, so there's a puff of smoke. He's got way more glow up. Wait, the after image is also moving. Is that a copy of him? Wait a minute. Is that a second after image? Guys, is he duplicating himself multiple times to go zooming through the army? Yes, he is. Even the duplications are attacking. Let's go full speed. Ready for this? Yeah, the Super Peasant duplicates multiple times and mows its way through the army. Duplicates included, and the Super Peasant is just gross. What is going on? So that's the updated Super Peasant. Now I need to do my science. Can I potentially turn the Super Peasant into a zombie if I summon enough zombies? You know, these guys, these lovely green dudes right here. Let me just summon a small army of zombies. Just right there. 100. We'll do 100 zombies. Is this enough to zombify the brand new Super Peasant? Let's find out. That's a lot of dead zombies, and the Super Peasant did not care. In fact, the Super Peasant didn't even change a shade. He's not green in the slightest. Well, when a plan fails, expand the plan. 200 zombies. That's not good enough, guys. We need more like 300 zombies. Ha, joke's on you. We're going up to 400 plus zombies. Can all of these zombies convert to the Super Peasant? I highly doubt it, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna use slow mo because there's just too many units and there's too much lag. And look at the zombies fly through the sky. They're just getting completely... Look at this guy. I mean, look at this poor green zombie who's still alive, by the way. He's just having a good time and falling slow to the ground as his friends get completely wrecked. God, the Super Peasant is insane and he hasn't changed a shade. He's still beautiful, brilliant red. Let's do full speed again. There's so much lag. There's just so much lag, but there's so much death. I don't know, maybe the Super Peasant is just moving too fast and he's not giving them a chance to zombify him. I don't think a single zombie is even like latched onto the Super Peasant. Like, he's literally an OP god. It's not even fair. Yeah, say goodbye to the zombie army. It's just not enough. It's just not enough. Even 400 zombies wasn't enough to zombify the Super Peasant. And this leads me to my next question, because another certain mod was updated. Let me just delete the zombie army. Zombie army, and delete you again, and delete you again. There we go. The pop culture mod was updated. And Thanos was updated. And Thanos does have his Infinity Gauntlet, and the Infinity Gauntlet can do the Thanos snappy, snappy, snappy. But in a one-on-one, Thanos isn't going to snap, he's probably just going to die. So we need to buy time for Thanos to snap. So I'm going to put a bunch of sacrificial Benny the Bards to occupy the Super Peasant during his time. And we need to try and hopefully find a way to have him snap. So on this side of the field, I'm also going to put an army of Benny the Bards. Now there's a 50% chance that when he snaps, along with half the Bennies, the Super Peasant will go with them. Let's find out and see if the snap can occur. We need to keep an eye on Thanos to see if the snapping actually happens. Oh my god. There's just so much speed. So much damage. Oh, okay. Hold on. We had a snap. As you can see, Bennies have been wrecked. Where's the Super Peasant? You can still Thanos snap the Super Peasant. He's officially gone, and now Thanos can just use his Infinity Gauntlet to come and destroy what's left of the Bennies, using the Reality Stone, using the Power Stone, using the Mind Stone. Yeah, you can Thanos snap the Super Peasant. That's amazing. Let's change maps, shall we? And we shall head on over to Legacy to test the other unit, guys. We need to go over and take a look at the new and improved Dark Peasant. What are these orbs circling around him? And the dark hands of God are like blinking in and out of existence. He's on fire. His hair is on fire. His body's on fire. This guy is epic looking. I don't know what he's going to do. Let's start with the Squire test. Okay, give me about 100 Squires more or less. Boom. Let's see what Mr. Darko Pesanto will do. Dark Hands of God, move forward and wait. Whoa. Guys, I think the orbs are miniature black holes. Yep. Look at the mass of human flesh following this orb. It's a miniature black hole, and this Dark Peasant didn't even need to use any of his other abilities. The black holes were more than enough. I want to see the black holes one more time, so I'm actually going to also include a bunch of archers. Just a whole boatload of archers. Show me the black hole powers more. And there's the arrows and the Dark Hands of God still exist, and there's the Squires being sucked into the black holes. Like, it's insane. It's absolutely just a giant pile of human Squire flesh being yeeted around the map. 2 black holes holding all of these humans together in a tight ball, being split apart by 2 simultaneous black holes. Wonderful. Yet, we have not yet seen the other powers. There are other powers here that our lovely Dark Peasant has not yet used. So how do we make the Dark Peasant activate his even more powerful abilities? Because he does have even more powerful abilities. Maybe we need even more powerful opponents. Let me just remove all these guys. What are some of the more powerful opponents we've got here? How about some tree giants? Big, powerful, thick men wielding giant stalks of broccoli. Can they unleash the latent hidden powers of our lovely Dark Peasant here? I'm waiting for it. Okay. Whoa. There it is. Take a look. I see glowing spikes out of the ground at that. So he has an explosion. You can see the dark energy coming out of him. And then he also summons black and glowing spikes out of the ground. So on top of the gravity, on top of the Dark Hands of God, he also has an explosion ability, and that explosion ability summons spikes out of the ground. Those are all of the abilities of the brand new Dark Peasant, who just went through an army of broccoli men like they were nothing. Now, let's see if we can zombify him. How am I going to turn something into a zombie when that something has literal black holes surrounding him? I don't know, but we're going to attempt it. You know what we're doing? We're just going to switch it, and we're going to go to a ring like this. A toit ring. Swap sides. And then around him, we're just... Whoa. The black holes are actually affecting the zombies before they've even played the game. Oh no! I did not know that the black holes could affect the zombies during the loading stage of the game. What am I looking at? As you can see, the zombies are being spaghettified by the black holes before the round has even started. That's how powerful these brand new Dark Peasants are. Can we zombify the brand new Dark Peasant? Let's find out in 3, 2, 1. go. The battle begins. The dark holes go around and all the zombies get pulled into it. Let's keep an eye on the Dark Peasant. See if the shade of him shifts. If any of these... Uh-oh. Here comes the big explosion ability. In goes the black. Out come the spikes. And I think... Oh, do you think he's turning a little bit green? I don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell if there's any living zombies latching onto him or not. Is he turning a little bit green? There's a lot of zombies around him. He's kind of still red looking. I don't know. I don't know. Do we need even more zombies? We're at 280. We're at 300 zombies. You know, maybe 500 zombies is... Oh God. Oh my God. I'm through the planet. 500 zombies might be the answer to zombify our lovely Dark Peasant here. Grand total of 500. Can we turn him green? Can he become a zombie, or will he simply decimate every single green thing surrounding him? Ugh, that's like a train of zombie flesh following him. It's like they're all his zombie fangirls. It's just insane. There's so many zombies being attracted by that black hole. Oh God. It's a human pile of zombie grossness. Oh, it's like a tidal wave. It's like I'm watching the oceans of zombies around him. Verdict, looking at our Dark Peasant, guys, it doesn't seem like the zombie plague is affecting him remotely. He's simply killing the zombies too quickly to even change a shade. Now I'm saying delete all of you zombies. Goodbye, zombies. Let's do the Thanos check. Put Thanos up there, and then we'll do our Benny the Bard army. I'll put a Benny the Bard army here, and then I'll put a Benny the Bard army here, and over here, and over here, just to protect Thanos. Like, leave Thanos alone. Focus on the Bennies. Can Thanos snap the Dark Peasant? Let's find out. I'm waiting for the moment when Thanos uses the snap. There it is. Oh, look at that. Look. It's wonderful. That is Dark Peasant Thanos dust. It's confirmed. You can snap the Dark Peasant. You can snap the Super Peasant. So, this is the brand new Grand Super Peasant. He's part of a brand new faction of super units. And this leaves me with one major question. Can we kill it? First up, we're going to take a look at the first unit, and that is called the Super Halfling. Apparently, this Super Halfling is worth 10,000 points. This looks like if Gohan was given body armor. Body armor that was clearly too big for him. Okay, he's worth 10,000 points. And I'm not going to be able to get 10,000 points worth of halflings, but it has to be a halfling versus halfling fight. I mean, it has to be. You have no choice. In goes the Super Halfling with a massive super leap, and okay, Super Halfling, slow it down. Give your other Halfling friends a chance to fight. He's literally just a souped up version of a Halfling. He has the Halfling leap, just like the other Halflings. He can grab onto them, just like the other Halflings. Yeah, every time he jumps 50 feet away from anything else. And the Super Halfling was clearly able to defeat all of these units. Okay, Halflings, regular Halflings, you're useless. Give me Manny the Mammoths. This is quadruple the value. Nearly 40,000 points worth of Manny the Mammoth versus the Super. Wow. Hey, Bandies. Look at the Super Peasant just leaping around like a grasshopper. I'm getting like hardcore Yoda from Episode 2 Star Wars vibes. Does anybody see the Super Peasant? Oh, there he is. He's underneath all the Mannies. So far, what I'm experiencing is a lot of stampeding mammoths. Once in a blue moon, the grasshopper will leap out of the army, but ultimately, I don't know how long this is going to take. I also don't know anyone's HP right now. I've let this run for a while, and none of the mammoths... Oh, there we go. The mammoths killed the Super Halfling. Up next, we have the Super Squire. And of course, why would the Squire only have one sword when he can have two epic golden swords? Seriously, this side to side silver and gold alternating look is gorgeous. I really dig the color scheme, though I could do without the Cupid wings. Here we have an even fight, 10,000 points versus 10,000 points. And let's see the Super Squire leap into battle. He's behind the enemy army. He's going in with the double swords. I like how none of these people care about the cameraman. They're just swarming me. I just want to be here to observe the Super Squire do its super thing. I'm sorry that I'm in the middle of the action. So far, the beginning level of the super units are all fairly basic. No crazy abilities, no crazy powers, just sick looking armor and amazing fighting ability. Though I imagine as we escalate through the ranks, the power level of these units will increase. But we need the question answered, and we have our answer. 10,000 point single squire versus 10,000 points of units, and the units win. Ooh, a super pike user? That is a long pike with a beautiful design. And what is that on his head? That is a very weird hat. And he's wearing a cape. You know what I mean? No capes, guys. So I gave the super pike user 3 opponents just to kind of make it a bit easier for him. And let's see the pike go for a stab. He can dodge the tree giants fairly well, but putting him near the water may have been a bad idea. Here we go. Now we're nowhere near the water. The pike unit is not able to kill the tree giants in one blow. His dodges are very good. Now, a wall of super pikes would be fantastic, except now the super pike is fighting with a super long weapon stuck on the fences, and the tree giants swiftly stomp him. Now we're talking a wall of super pikes versus a wall of tree giants, and oddly enough, the damage wasn't high enough. If I was the developers, I would have made the damage on the pike significantly better. I'm not talking god slaying, but at least enough to be able to kill these tree giants, who do die eventually, but it takes a lot of pikemen. I mean, our final tree giant lasted quite a while. Next, we have the super musket user. And I think we all have the same question. How fast can he shoot this musket? Because if he can't shoot it quickly, oh, he can. Okay, never mind. I stand corrected. I was thinking to myself, if he couldn't shoot them fast enough, simple squires could close the distance. He's a 10,000 point musket. Give me 10,000 points of squires. That's gonna be like 100 squires. Here we go. Now we're talking. Let's see if our super musket can deal enough damage fast enough to get through 100 squires before those 100 squires close the gap and start smacking the musket. Whoa, he has a shout attack. You notice how the big head dude didn't get shouted back? The head's too heavy. How often can he use the shout attack to keep the units at bay? Oh, he can use it often enough. The squires are having a hard time closing the gap. Every single time they get close, the dude's like, shout, nope, get away from me. So it looks like, oh, the squires are finally in melee range. How much HP does the super musket have? He does have some dodges, and their shout is very powerful. Guys, I think the super musket is stronger than an equal points of squires. He's in tight, he's dodging, using his musket, shouting when necessary, just like that, though he does have a hard time shooting at point blank range, and he's gonna do it. He's gonna pull it off. 100 muskets, destroying 100 squires. It's just this one squire. Come on, do it. Yeah, let's go. Here we have the super jester, and oh no, that face is terrifying. Look at it. It's so hideous. He's got bright red eyes. Oh, this jester is gonna go to town on these hoplites. I mean, we all know jesters specialize in melee combat. They're able to dance their way through all the fights. Oh no, the super jester can clone itself. That's even more devastating. Such devastation. This was not my intention. I like the super jesters. They're really cool. But what I really want to see is the super peasant, the super mega ultra deluxe peasant. You know what I mean. Here we have the super cactus and the super flintlock pistol. Can I just say the design on those guns is just so pretty? He even has guns in his pockets. And then the super cactus. I love him so much. Oh, it looks good. Oh, let's see what happens. We've got a Viking faction, Valkyries, longboats, super flintlock pistol. Actually, he's keeping one of his guns in his hand and continuing to fire. I thought he dropped them all. And the super cactus is in amongst all the Jarls, acting as a meat shield, unloading all the super cactus spiky spikes. We only have the Jarls and a handful of small units left. Super pistol is gross and powerful. Super cactus is actually down. Now, can super pistol keep a distance enough to shoot down these units? If he can get through the Jarl, he has a chance to shoot them all down. Yep, the Jarl has been destroyed. I like how this guy's got spikes in him from the super cactus. Oh, here it comes. Wait for the slow-mo shot from the super pistol. Right there, double shot into that poor unit. Super pistol, very strong. It's kind of cool. These are super taekwondo and super samurai. That is the coolest samurai I've ever seen. And the taekwondo's not too shabby either, though it seems there's a snowflake stuck in its eye. No, that is his eye. That's strange. In goes the samurai. He probably has some insane deflected. What is going on? Why are all these deflected things floating in the sky? Is his deflect so strong he actually stops time? What is happening? Why are things floating in the sky? It's gotta be the samurai. The samurai's gotta have some crazy abilities there. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Oh, the super taekwondo is down, and sure enough, let's see, super taekwondo is down, and all of these are still being kind of like ruined. So it has to be the samurai's ability. I'm gonna do a quick test. Stop, remove the samurai, remove that one, put down just some ninjas, just some more. I just want to verify that the Hawat doesn't work properly. Yeah, Hawat does work great. Hawat does work fantastic. But as soon as I put down that Super Samurai, where'd you go, Super Samurai? Does he have some weird stopping? He does. Look, they just stop. It's not even a deflect. The arrows just kind of like give up in midair. That is sick. There's a unit in here I want to test. It's the Super Cheerleader. And I'm going to put him in with the Super Deadeye. This is probably a disgusting combo. So we're going to get a handful of Vinci tanks back here and maybe some jousters, followed by some musketeers and fencers, and that's fine. A Super Cheerleader, Super Deadeye combination. I'm terrified. And the cheerleader looks sick. Here we go. Cheerleader did the cheerleader thing. And now the Deadeye should be unloaded. Oh, Cheerleader's dead. Super Cheerleader's dead, and the Deadeye is also dead. Okay, maybe not the Deadeye. Let's try it again. Not the Deadeye. Let's get the Celestial Aegis in there and see if the Super Cheerleader can do something for the Aegis. Oh, okay. Super Cheerleader still doing the thing. Aegis is spinning like crazy. Cheerleader is still alive. Aegis is starting to spin. Aegis is starting to wreck, starting to destroy. But now the Aegis is slowed down. So long as the Super Cheerleader lives, the Aegis can continue to do its thing. But ultimately, the Super Cheerleader isn't as epic as I was hoping. Also, the arms on the Super Aegis are missing. That is so cool. Here we go. Super Infernal Whip, Super Vampire, Super Pharaoh. And it's time to load up the pirates. Get some cannons over there. Cure the Pirate Queen. Some Captain Kyles. Oh, whoa. Oh, Super Vampire is erupting into many vampires. And the Super Infernal Whip is going Super Saiyan. Oh, by the way, the design on the Super Infernal Whip. Oh, it's so good. And they got Super Pharaoh back here. I wonder if he's going to just cause everybody to bow. Oh, look at all the vampires. Look at the time stops. That's got to be the Pharaoh. Look at this stuff coming from the sky. That's got to be the Pharaoh as well. This is insane. These super units are just so powerful. Look at the golden arrows falling from the sky. Is Super Pharaoh dead? Super Pharaoh is dead. The Infernal Whip is the only one still alive. Infernal Whip got wrecked. We're left with just the... What is this? What is this? Is this part of the Super Pharaoh? Blasting off into the sky. Some weird things happen there, man. Super Bone Mage, Super Fencer, Super Deathbringer, Super Necromancer. I'm sorry, I can't get over just how amazing all these units look. Some archers, some candleheads, some pumpkin catapults, some sword casters, some reapers, too many reapers. Oh my god, 10 reapers. Just look at all these things. Look at this unit. Look at how it's so cool. Oh, what a badass. He's fantastic. And this guy, the Deathbringer with the crazy golden white spikes. This guy, the Fencer. And then there's like Necromancer Druid thing. Let's go. Let's see what's going on. So the Deathbringer is just jumping in, bringing death. The Druid is jumping in, casting his spells. The Fencer is just fencing over here with these skeletons. And then this guy, what are you doing? Are you casting spells? Are you summoning he's summoning his own skeletons. Look at him go. I like how the Deathbringer's in the back going toe to toe with the my goodness, Mr. Death himself and all those units. Deathbringer is down. We have the Bone Mage being tossed around like crazy, or he's moving around like crazy. Swords in his gut. Bone Mage is still alive. That's actually the Deathbringer, not the Bone Mage. Over here, the guy's summoning all the skeletons. The Necromancer, still alive. And yeah, red team, disgusting, gross, powerful. Okay. Enough's enough. Enough's enough. Here it is. The Grand Super Peasant in all of its glory. It is simply disgusting. His arms are bound by shackles, his mouth bound by a mask. He's too powerful to be left alive. And let's see what he can do to this poor army. What is going on? What just happened? Red wins. The army's defeated. All right, so I pause time. He leaves behind that impression and he teleports here. And I'm going to try and watch this in slow-mo, see if we can make sense of what's going on. He seems to be flying around like a super peasant, but his after image, the golden clone, is continuing to go around and fight as well. Multiple golden clones. So he has 2 golden clones while he zooms around super peasant style, He wipes out all of his army. It's just, it's gross. It's gross. It's gross. Let's see what can kill it. Oh, we're going to step this up. I'm going to go all the way up to tanks. Give me tanks. Modern technology. It's worth negative points. Modern technology versus the new and improved super peasant. It wipes it out. It wipes him out in record time. It's so powerful. Okay. How about a single dark peasant? Can it take a single dark? Wow. Wow. Dark peasant got Falcon punched into the ground. All right. How about multiple dark peasants? 3 dark peasants? Do we have any crowd control? Red victory once again. Dark peasants were sent flying for a ride. How about a line of dark peasants? 18 dark peasants versus the new and improved super peasant. The Omega Ultra Super Peasant who's flying around in the trees. Red victory. Dark peasants are gone. All right, Grand Super Peasant. How about a Super Peasant? 1-on-1. Mano a mano. Red victory. Not shocked. Let me grab multiple Super Peasants versus the Grand Super Peasant. The after images are in there fighting. It's just so many effects. So many particles. It's hard to like make out what's going on. Red victory. Super peasants were destroyed. Okay, I'm just gonna go over here. One Punch Man. Saitama, get in there. Fight the Ultra Omega Super Mega Awesome Peasant. Oh, look at him go. He's done it. Saitama's done it. Though the game's not quite done, he technically won. Seraphim, can you banish the thing? Can you banish and destroy this thing? Oh, whoa, look at that. Blue victory. Okay, the Seraphim can do it. This unit is strong, guys, but it is not the strongest.